All right, so we're going to take this skill, combining like terms, and this skill, distributive property, and we're going to combine them. Okay. We're going to put it together. So here's how we're going to do that. Okay, and let me shift this a little bit. Here's how we're going to do that. First, you're going to distribute. Okay, you're going to use the distributive property. This is to get rid of parentheses. Right? Like when you did this problem, you distributed and the parentheses were gone. So here, for the first step, you're going to reference your notes on page 9. Okay, so you're going to get an expression, you're going to distribute to get rid of the parentheses. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to combine, right? You're then going to see, okay, do I have like terms? And you're going to combine the like terms in order to make it the expression as short and simple as possible. And so for this step, you're going to check your notes on page 8. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So here, okay, so here's my first example. So here I have, if I kind of cover this for a second, you can see this problem looks exactly like the warm-up I just gave you, right? And I'm going to distribute, and when I distribute, I'm going to get rid of these parentheses. Now what's going to happen with this 7x is this 7x is not in the parentheses, it is not involved in distributive property, and I'm actually just going to end up bringing it down, right? We always simplify down. Okay, and again, to this note, we're always going to move down. So as I'm multiplying, so here for example, I'm doing 5 times 2x. 5 times 2 is 10, right? So this is 10x, and notice I'm writing it directly below. 5 times 3, right? I'm multiplying here. 5 times 3 is 15. And now watch, I'm going to just bring this directly down. Okay, so I just did step 1, I distributed, and I got rid of those parentheses. Next, I'm going to combine like terms. So let's look for the like terms. Let's see, what are the like terms? Well, this one has an x, and this one also has an x. So therefore, those are like terms. This does not have an x. It is not like terms with these two because it doesn't have a variable. So I'm going to combine the like terms. 10 plus 7 is 17x, and I'm going to bring down plus 15. And this is my answer. Okay, now I'm going to give you a practice problem over here. And you can choose to pause right now and do it, or you can wait for me to do one more example and give you one more practice. But yesterday I saw most people were more successful when they paused and did this one, and then continued the video on to the next example. So that's what I'd recommend. Okay, so go ahead and pause and do this. And I'm going to do one more example. Okay, notice this is pretty similar. The thing that makes this one a little bit different is see how there's this, but the extra term, see there was an extra term over here, there's an extra term here, but it's at the front. Okay, so there's just sometimes a little bit more mistakes when it's over here. And I've also thrown in some negative signs here. So let's pay careful attention. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to bring this 19 down. Okay, now watch, I'm just going to cover it with my finger. Okay, here's what I'm left with. See this 3? That negative sign right there, that is attached to this 3. Okay, so when I'm multiplying, this is negative 3 times negative 2. Negative 3 times negative 2. A negative times a negative is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, remember this. Negative times, this is my on camera here, no. Negative times a negative equals a positive. Okay, now I'm multiplying again. Negative 3 times 5. Negative 3 times 5. This is a negative times a positive. That equals a negative. When my signs are the same, my result is positive. When my signs are different, my result is negative. So negative times positive is negative, and 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, and now, once again, I'm combining like terms. So I notice this 19 has no variable on it. This negative 15 also has no variable. This term right here actually does have a variable, so that's not like terms with anything. Okay, so I can combine 19 minus 15 is 4. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to bring down the term with the x first. If we just get in the habit of always putting the term with the x first, it just kind of makes life a little bit easier down the line. Okay, so I'm bringing down this 6x. 19 minus 15 is plus 4. And if you put 4 plus 6x, that's not wrong, that's fine. Okay, and here is your practice to try that out. Okay, and pay attention when you're combining like terms. Pay attention because it might not be exactly the same as the example. Okay, go ahead and try those two and get checked.